Welcome to Fibromed, the first power plant in America to utilize poultry litter as its primary fuel. Located in Benson, Minnesota, the Fibromed biomass power plant produces 55 megawatts of carbon-neutral renewable energy, as much electricity as is consumed annually by about 40,000 Minnesota homes. The $202 million project utilizes Fibrowatt's proven technology to convert poultry litter, which is a combination of turkey droppings and bedding, into electricity.
From the selection and design of the remediation technology to the management of on-site activities to the use of energy conservation and alternative sources of clean energy, green remediation helps save natural resources and taxpayer dollars.
We've done a lot of work looking at different plants and their ability to accumulate arsenic. And we found that really only ferns in this genus, this particular genus, Pteris ferns, accumulate arsenic. And they take up arsenic to a very high concentration. They tolerate high arsenic concentrations in their leaves. And they do a remarkable job of extracting it from the soil.
In fact, the hyper-accumulating Victory variety of Pteris vittata sold by Eden Space under the label Eden Fern holds concentrations greater than 200 times more than other plants tested for arsenic phytoremediation and is adaptable to conditions in a variety of climates.
Our growing planet. Today, we are literally feeling the heat from this growth on our environment and on the bottom line. Air pollution, rising temperatures and energy costs, and stormwater runoff are just a few of the environmental challenges that have cities everywhere looking for solutions. Some are looking up for an answer. Up, that is, on the roof. Today, Weston and ABC Supply, the world's largest roofing supplier, have introduced an easy-to-use green roof technology that helps beat the heat, protect our water, and boost building bottom-line performance.
The electrical resistance between electrodes around the site is measured, which generates a near real-time cross-sectional snapshot of the temperature between different parts of the site. This allows engineering corrections to be made to the injection and extraction wells to increase productivity.
The newly stabilized shoreline also enhances the coastal habitat by restoring and conserving riparian forest buffers, which provide wildlife habitat and help filter runoff. Due to the efforts of the community, regulators, and APG's Directorate of Safety, Health, and Environment, the environmental health of Carroll Island and Grace's Quarters is better than it's been in decades. Cooperation between all stakeholders has paid dividends that include improved habitat, peace of mind, and a new model for future shoreline restoration in the Chesapeake Bay.
Pristine mountains, majestic glaciers, abundant wildlife, the Northern Lights, Alaska. To most Americans, these are the types of images that come to mind when they think of the 49th state. But pretty pictures are one thing. The harsh reality of actually living in this extreme environment is another. On the remote Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta in western Alaska, Yupik Eskimos have lived and practiced a subsistence lifestyle for more than 20,000 years. Scattered in isolated villages across this broad, flat region, where two of Alaska's largest rivers empty into the Bering Sea, the Yupik harvest a bounty of berries, fish, and game. The Yupik have also successfully adapted the tools of modern society into their subsistence lifestyle, without losing sight of their cultural identity. Their reliance on petrofuels now allows them to hunt, fish, and live more comfortably.
We're in the middle of a geothermal production region producing about 1,000 megawatts of electricity here in Northern California.
This particular rig is a rig that's used for minerals exploration, coring work, but we've got it on a hydraulic subbase to get it up off the ground, and we're using it with conventional drilling equipment on this abandonment. On this well, we're going to clean out the existing casing and well bore until we reach at least the shoe of the casing that's over 300 feet deep, and then we're going to put cement in the open hole below the casing, and then we will cement the well bore from the shoe of the casing back up to surface.
The scale of the projects is massive, truly extreme engineering under what some would say was an impossible deadline. At the 17th Street site alone, over 12,000 tons of materials and equipment would be required before the job was finished. The pumping systems installed have the capability to pump approximately 7,500 cubic feet per second of water from the two canals. To put this in perspective, 7,500 CFS is enough to match the average flow of water for 8 major river systems in the U.S.
In a world of convenience stores, megaplexes, and electronic commerce, modern society's relationship with the air, land, and water, vital to our very survival, often seems removed and intangible. But for many Native American cultures, the natural world is still held in reverence and recognized as integral to their very being. Even in today's changing world, these cultures routinely depend on the earth to provide subsistence for their families, creating a more personal relationship with nature, one based on respect and balanced on faith. For the Yurok tribe of California, this balance resonates back for countless generations. Unlike many other tribes, the Yurok were never forced to relocate from much of their native territory and still inhabit the homeland of their ancestors. Along California's northern coast and upstream from the mouth of the state's second largest river, the Klamath.
Community-based recycling programs are more popular than ever. Reducing the waste stream to already jammed landfills by recycling plastic, glass, metal, and paper just makes sense. It also makes environmental awareness part of our daily routine. Most people don't realize, though, that the 200 gallons of wastewater a typical family of 4 generates every day can also be recycled. Once wastewater leaves a home, it's processed at treatment facilities where liquids are separated from solids, purified, and then safely returned to waterways. The solids are also processed to eliminate any disease-causing bacteria, viruses, and parasites. What remains is a nutrient-rich natural fertilizer known as biosolids.
Fa'asavali onunu. Patiently and thoroughly done.